Hello everybody, my name is Lumo, and today is reading your comments, but first I found a hat, I found a scarf, and I found a sock for my arm. Life is good. So before we get into that, here are your weekly Bloodrites. Bi-weekly, I always get that wrong, but remember that Bloodrites are in fact what you get if you say Bloodrites first on a video or say first. You just have to be the first comment. Saying it a day or two after the video releases only serves to bring you shame. Our first comment comes from Cash Key saying, Skeletor is officially channel mascot. Yeah, He-Man, I agree! Oh man, I'm glad that this became the new channel meme as opposed to Wade's face or someone sitting on mine. It's very, very good, very appreciated actually, because I can replicate this. I can't replicate any of those. Boo and Green also wants more Skeletor by saying, still waiting for 50 Shades of Grey as Skeletor. I'm gonna need to mentally prepare myself for that one, like, oh. God, I'm just thinking about it. He circled my love cavern with his... I can't complete the quote. He circled his... This might be why it can't happen. I can't prepare my head. Just like... He circled my love cavern with his fingers like a three-legged hamster circling its infantile children. That's a quote, I think. I'm not sure. But it's certainly something. Araby, sorry if I mispronounced your name, Araby says, guys, as a community, we must gather funds to get a new penis for our dear Lumpus, and I thank you. For not having a penis has made things quite bad. My body's actually being poisoned as I can't pee. So, quick, please, I'm dying. I need a new papine. A flower says scooting intensifies.
Scoot the burbs. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
Surrealism. We're getting concepts now. Surrealism says, hey Lumo, I like your scale, mate. It's pretty rad, my dude. Okay. We'll talk. We'll talk. Get off the chain that goes to my lights. I made this. My mom helped. I made this, I think, my freshman year of college. I brought it with me when I cosplayed John. I've still got the God Tier hood around here somewhere. This is actually a little bit of my corrupted John hood, I think. I did a corrupted tier. It was actually kind of nice. I'd do it again if the homesick fandom wasn't cancer at conventions and also predominantly made up of children. But yeah, I don't have a name for him, but he's got a jiggly head and he's quite plush. He's got a plush rump. Jamo90 says, well, my PC is too shit to run No Man's Sky, but it's not on the Xbox One. Well, everyone's PC is too shit to run No Man's Sky. That's just a fact of life. I'm not sure how they screwed up so bad. Maybe if they delivered the game that they promised, it might have worked out better. Oh, look at all this shade being cast! Slimebrick says, I think Lumo has evolved into a Russian cat who makes videos. Da, is true. I'm strong like Siberian bear. I can't roll my R's. That was just embarrassing. I apologize to everyone who thought I was funny at one point. I've lied to you. I've lied to all of you.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Thermal Overload says, which persons from Vinesauce do you watch? Okay. I actually only watch Joel and Vinny. I know that makes me a normie scrub, but I personally, I don't mind the rest of the team. I just don't like their style of doing streams. Jobel and Vin Vinesauce just have that nice little, like, I guess, circumference of stupid shit. Because we got Vinny with corruptions and shitty games, and then we got bootlegs and hardcore with Joel. Like, it's a nice balance for me, and you know, I just like the cool guys. I'd love to get Joel's signature on my headphones, but that would imply either me going to Sweden when he's at a con, or him coming to America for a con, so I don't think either of those things are gonna happen anytime soon. The Salty Cinnamon Roll says, what are you gonna do when your channel gets too big and multiple people start claiming Bloodrites? So, unless I have a bot to show off Bloodrites for me, Bloodrites will die, frankly. If I can't actually get to the bottom of the stack to figure out who actually got Bloodrites, then we're at a bit of an issue. And there's also the fact of, like, how do I put this? It's already happening. People are getting really, really, really pissed off when they don't get Bloodrites. And Bloodrites are so insignificant that it's like, why do you care? And as any fandom grows bigger, this is not an exclusive thing to any fandom. it just gets more and more cancerous and more vitriolic and angry because people are trying to distinguish themselves as real fans. And eventually it's going to become the stigma of, you can't be a real fan unless you got Bloodrites. So, I don't want to foster that kind of behavior. So when we get to that point where it starts becoming an issue, I will just straight kill Bloodrites, okay? It'll be the end of Bloodrites. And that's just how it has to go. And I know a lot of people will be sad because they really like Bloodrites. It's this stupid competition, but I just can't have the Luminaries devolving into anarchy over saying first. That's just not a thing that needs to happen, you know? It's much better to have a nice fandom than it is to have a, stack of cancer. Little Red says, you like doges? You like doges? Take this. And it's an ASCII doge. Real talk, okay? I was talking with my friend about this because I'm trying to move out of my house very soon so I can have wild sex orgies. No, so I can just be on my own schedule a bit more. And, honestly, I want a dog. I want a small doggy. But the thing is I don't think I can get a sheep. As cute as sheebs are, and I really do like Shiba Inus, I've heard that they're all brats. Like, my cousin's, wife now. My cousin's wife has a, there's a sheep in their family, I guess. This dog was super cute. I loved him, and he loved everyone's attention, but he was also a crafty little brat. He waited until we were all singing happy birthday for someone, and climbed on a table behind everyone to start eating chicken. Had I not been looking for the dog to pet, I never would have seen him do that crafty maneuver, but he knew it was coming, and he waited. Because he's just a crafty little dick. And I love Doges, I love how they look, they're so cute and cuddly. But they're also pieces of shit. And I know it's just a matter of how you raise them, don't get me wrong, but this is gonna be a first Doge, okay? I need to actually know what I'm doing to raise a dog. And in fact, I'm probably just gonna get rat friends, and during Let's Plays, they'll sit on my shoulders and they'll clean me. That sounded weird. The Fusion Gamers asks, Lumo, have you released the Australians yet? Are they dead now? They've successfully been integrated into the Skeleton War. Aslan says, honeybees are bumblebees. You must specify. Honeybees are hard workers and are much muscle, very busy. Bumblebees are fluffy little doofs who are trying their best, but you should probably help them. They just want to pollinate, but they sometimes get dizzy and they're not good drivers. And this is honestly the cutest way to describe the difference between honeybees and bumblebees. It's so cute. I love it. But, real talk, I actually found this out because I was researching bee facts. Yeah, that's just the thing that I do now, research bee facts, but apparently male bumblebees are charged with protecting the hive, but do not have stingers. So if something gets too close to the hive, the bumblebees will just rush them and start booping into them. They just boop, boop, boop. They'll just start hitting them with their heads in hopes of intimidating the the thing near the hive to go away. So if you start getting booped by a bee, turn around. They're just asking you politely to leave. David says, is that a goddamn Yeti? And yes, this is a Yeti. You might have seen Jack's video about his setup. This is the generic scrub YouTuber microphone. Just about every YouTuber that I know, at some point, has a Yeti. And it's not a bad mic, don't get me wrong. It's scrub to your ear, no. No, it's a passable, good mic. The audio quality is okay. It's not the best. I'd love for my audio quality to be higher, but monetary situations, and I'm not living off this yet. I'm not gonna spend hours researching a brand new microphone. Like, I don't need that. This works, you know? This works. But if you want to do YouTube, this goes on sale like every other week, so you should probably be able to pick one up. It's great quality, and you stop sounding like a potato, but it does take up desk space. This is as tall as my head. This is not perspective. Look, right up next to it. It's my head. It's the size of my head. And that's gonna do it for our comments, so I'm gonna give a little vlog update thing at the end, because I know some people kinda like when I talk about myself. It makes me feel so horny. That was weird. I'm not gonna make that joke again. But, so, here's a few things. Because I'm still in between jobs right now, I'm thinking of setting up a Patreon. I know you guys have been waiting for the shirts, and the shirts are actually complete, okay? I've got the Bloodrites logo done, we've got Star's shirt done, and I've taken care of the third one. Here's the issue, though. Maker still isn't paying me. So, since my shirt shop is through them and they intercept the revenue and then give me my cut, I can't sell the shirts through there because they're not going to pass me the money, and the shirt money was going to be used to help the channel out, so that's why that's been sort of stuck in place. The charity rewards are actually coming. Condi's coming back on either the 22nd or 23rd, so today, or, I mean, not today, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And we'll be recording the fanfiction cringe then. And also, Sassy has resurfaced. He had a lot of stuff going on this summer that I didn't know about until recently. So we're gonna schedule a time for cooking with Lumo and Sassy. So, you know, I'm not gonna cheap you guys out of the charity rewards. You guys raised an insane amount, and I still can't thank you enough for that. Like that, the charity stream was great, by the way. I had a lot of fun on that, but just know that those are coming, and I apologize for the delay. If you guys know a good place to sell shirts for someone of my size, because I'm so small, please let me know, because I feel a lot of, I feel really shamed right now. Just, it's not even my fault at this point. It's really more Maker, not on charity rewards, that's all me, but just the fact that Maker refuses to pay me. I can't really do anything to upgrade the channel because I'm still in between jobs. It's just like, I know, get a job. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking, but and I'm not really functionally taking out anything from the job market too. I've even applied to a McDonald's. That's how desperate I'm getting, but that's the thing, is like Maker hasn't paid me as per the contract, and I don't know how much of my contract I can actually talk about without Disney suing me, but it's actually kind of unfair. I'm not getting any of the services rendered for the money taken. And since we're in summer and people are going back to school, which, by the way, that's why most of this week's videos didn't do so well, as school is happening again, and people get back in their little grooves of like, I'm gonna be the best student this year, and by September they'll have forgotten that and they'll be watching again. But that's the thing, is Maker isn't paying me, and the second I get a chance, I'm leaving the network. Because, honestly, I got a better package from somewhere else, so long as I'm still making a decent amount of views per month, which I should be. I should be at that point. It's just like, here's why Maker doesn't have to give a shit, okay? We're gonna mini Maker rant, okay? Here we go. Fun times for everyone. So here's the long and short of why Maker doesn't have to give a shit. They own PewDiePie and Markiplier. PewDiePie's gross income is more than my entire extended family makes. Same with Markiplier. PewDiePie makes an insane amount of money and he's not shy about it. He likes to joke about it, and you know, it's a funny joke, but because of that, and because they're both with Maker, Maker takes a 10% cut of that. Now, 10% of $1 billion is still a fucking lot, so, you know, it's like, they don't have to give a shit if they screw over someone like me. Because they have two of the biggest players in YouTube right now, they don't give a shit. Because even if there's a mass exodus of smaller YouTubers, what do they care? They're still managing Jesus and his son. So it's just like, they don't care. Maker as a network functionally doesn't care. I've been sending them emails about getting paid for the past 2 months now, repeatedly, mind you, and it's like, oh, it's in processing, can I get an update? It's in processing, cool. What phase? Has it been lost? I need this money for release season. Do you want me to make more money for you, or do you want me to just sit here and cry? It's just like, they don't have their best interest in trying to get a new power player, because they've already got established power players, and it appears that effort and actual care is not something that Maker wants to put in. It feels good to get that off my chest, honestly, but it's just, what the fuck, Maker? Like, it just makes no sense to me, you know? Like, you'd think they'd want people to actually get the money that comes from their YouTube channels so they can actually fucking increase how their channel does, because I need to get new equipment. This webcam is actually kind of pooping out on me recently. Like, it randomly crops itself to, like, a box, like, this size. So we're gonna be possibly doing a Patreon to make up for the fact that Maker won't fucking pay me. And if we do a Patreon when I can live off of YouTube's income on its own, I will shut down the Patreon, okay? That's my rule. Is I don't want to be like, oh, give me money when I'm at like 1 million subs. Fuck, I don't even want to do that now, okay? This is like a last minute clutch desperation move. It's just bullshit, you know? And no one's gonna do anything about it. All I can do is leave the network. It's not like Maker has to care. Even if they're publicly shamed for it, they're not going to care. What's Markiplier gonna do? Leave? No. He's not, because he's probably locked in a 10-year contract. That's another thing, I'm locked in this contract until July. I would've left already, had it been otherwise. And I don't get the money if I leave before they pay me. So that's that. That's just all that. And it's bullshit. It's extreme bullshit. It's funny, too, because I used to make fun of Freedom, because they had George and the George Vanis School of YouTube, but here's the thing. Freedom paid me. Freedom had a minimum payment requirement, okay? And I'd set up my PayPal and everything with them, but I had to have made at least $50 before they would pay me anything. At the time when I left Freedom, and I kind of regret doing this now, because Maker's been possibly the worst network on YouTube. When I left Freedom, they paid me all of the money that I had made, even though it hadn't been at 50 cents. I mean, $50. I made a total of, what, $2 off of, like, 6 months of videos back then? Now I make, like, $58 per month, which is nice. I've got at least $500 that Maker owes me at this point. I had to put in the extra $120 from shirt sales for the charity stream in myself. Because Maker didn't give me the money. So, that's that. I'm sorry for ending this on kind of a dickish note, but, oh, Lumo's in for drama, ooh, but, no, so that's just how it is, so. Thank you guys for watching, sorry about this poor ending. We got a lot more fun content coming up, I gotta say that much. I've been planning something with, Barry, or, I guess he wants to be called Alex now, but, the thing is, we're gonna be taking the piss out of Game Theory very soon. It's gonna be a fun time. I hope MadPat doesn't get too upset, because it's very critical. But as always, my name has been Lumo. Subscribe if you want Maker to fucking pay me my money. Leave a like if you're so inclined, comment if you want to share if you feel like it, and as always, I hope to see you in the very next video. Goodbye, goodbye.